Hiding colossal unidentified beasts, deep sea is a world we're only beginning to understand. From deadly, creepy creatures to alien-like beings. Hang on for the shocking enigmas that will leave you in shock. While cage diving in the ocean, these divers come face to face with a shark that swims right up to them and takes a bite out of their oxygen tank. The shark ends up detaching the tank from the cage and swims off with it, leaving everyone stunned. Was it just hungry, or was it curious? But wait, something doesn't quite add up. I'm starting to wonder if this is real or just a clever AI creation. What do you think? Real, or just another thrilling hoax? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Shark sighting. While deep in a submarine, a man was exploring the ocean floor, and he saw something big, but it wasn't your everyday shark. It was a great white shark, but sadly, it was not alive. He glided further and realized it was much bigger than a normal great white, with flaking skin displaying a white underbelly and exposed bones. The shark was clearly in a state of decomposition. Some areas of its surface appeared to be shedding, revealing a distinct texture underneath. So, what do you think? What natural process could have led to such an interesting change? Moray eel. Next up, meet the moray eel. This sleek, scaleless wonder is part of the deep sea. With over 200 species across 16 genera, these eels have earned their name from the Latin word murena, inspired by the Mediterranean moray. Look at those beautiful, innocent eyes. But don't be fooled. Their long, slender bodies are built for stealth, with a dorsal fin running the length of their back and no pesky pelvic or pectoral fins to slow them down. Depending on their diet, their teeth are very sharp and straight for carnivores, molar-like for crunching crustaceans. But their coolest feature? Pharyngeal jaws. These hidden jaws spring from the throat to grab prey, making the moray eel a fascinating and slightly terrifying predator of the seas. Atlantic wolfish.
Crabs, sea urchins, stuff like that it eats.
The Atlantic wolfish is like something out of Moby Dick, sturdy, intimidating, and built to dominate. With its massive head, bulging cheeks, and big gnarly teeth, this fish is all business when it comes to its meals. Its bites are quick and powerful, perfect for cracking open urchins and crabs, its favorite snacks. These solitary swimmers can grow up to 5 feet long and are mostly loners, except when it's time for a little romance. Wolfish males and females pair up to breed, and here's the sweetest part. They're all about teamwork when it comes to parenting. Both parents take turns guarding their eggs, ensuring their future little wolf fishlings hatch safe and sound. Glowing abyss. Marvel. This is the vampire squid, an oddball of the deep sea. Despite its spooky name, it's neither a squid nor an octopus. Instead, it belongs to its own genus and has fascinated scientists since its discovery in 1903. Living in the depths of the Mariana Trench, this creature lights up the darkness with bioluminescent blue extremities and uses long, filament-like tentacles to sense and feed. But here's the wild part. It flips its webbed arms inside out, forming a mantle lined with barbed-like projections. Unlike other squids, it doesn't rely on camouflage, but can shift its color between black and rusty red using specialized muscles. Truly a glowing marvel of the abyss. Glowing creature. Recently, deep in the Pacific, scientists discovered an eerie yet fascinating creature. Like many other creatures on the list, this thing has long, tentacle-like arms swaying downward and a pale, almost ghostly body. It looked like it was glowing from within. This luminescent creature seemed to carry its own light. Now that is one terrifying-looking animal right there. It's a reminder of how little we really know about the wonders and strange surprises lurking deep below the surface. Grumpy cusk eel. In 2017, scientists stumbled upon a rather grouchy-looking cusk eel deep in the Gulf of Mexico, 5,200 feet below the surface. To be exact, despite its name, a cusk eel isn't an eel at all. It's part of the Ophidiidae family, making it a fascinating deep-sea fish. This quirky creature has forked fins near its neck that act as sensory tools, helping it find food on the ocean floor. It's a night owl too, snoozing during the day to dodge predators and venturing out at night to eat. It has ears and can be detected acoustically. While there's still much to learn about these mysterious fish, they're undeniably intriguing. The anglerfish. Perhaps the most fascinating yet frightening creature from the depths of the ocean is the anglerfish. This fish has over 200 species and is known for its unique method of catching prey. One of its fins on top of its head has evolved to look like a fishing pole. At the end of its extended reach, it dangles a neon glowing bulb that contains bioluminescent bacteria. In the dark depths of the ocean where little light reaches, this light lures fish and shrimp. But maybe the most absurd part is how they procreate. With some species, the male fuses to the female, literally attaching his body and his circulation to hers. He survives by depending on her for food and nutrients. The anglerfish is a unique creature and an important part of the ocean's ecosystem. Diver's unexpected encounter. While diving in the deep ocean, a man caught a small fish and held it in his hands. Suddenly, a large grouper appeared out of nowhere, heading straight toward him. Before the diver could react, the grouper lunged at the fish he was holding. In its attempt to grab the meal, the grouper mistakenly caught the diver's hand instead. Startled, the diver quickly let go of the fish, but the grouper wasn't giving up on its prize. Sneaky sand predator. Meet the stargazer fish, a clever predator known for its unique hunting style. With flat heads, upward-facing eyes, and wide mouths, they look like they're gazing at the stars. Hence the name. Found in shallow waters and deep oceans, stargazers bury themselves in sand, leaving only their eyes and mouth visible. They use a tiny lure under their mouths to attract prey. When a fish gets close, they snap in just 30 milliseconds. Truly a sneaky master of disguise. Rare frilled shark. Japanese fishermen recently caught a rare frilled shark off the coast of Wakayama Prefecture, giving us a look at a living fossil. This deep-sea creature has been around since the time of the dinosaurs and has hardly changed over millions of years. The frilled shark lives at depths of 500 to 1,000 meters. It has a long, eel-like body, frilly gills, and trident-shaped teeth. This one was caught 550 meters down near Kushimoto Marine Park, offering us a glimpse of an ancient species still alive today. Blob sculpin. The blob sculpin is a deep-sea oddball, chilling 2,800 meters beneath the surface. With its squishy, alien-like body, this fish is built to survive the darkest, most extreme depths. It's a total opportunist, snacking on whatever it can find. Whether that's crustaceans, mollusks, or anything else that happens to swim by. In the pitch-black waters where food is scarce, the blob sculpin doesn't hesitate. It takes advantage of any meal that comes its way, making sure nothing goes to waste. Talk about a bottom-dwelling scavenger with one goal: survive, no matter what. Rare giant fish. While scuba diving, a diver made an unexpected discovery: a 700-pound fish, roughly the size of a shark, but much friendlier. This giant creature is a rare find, and the diver, sensing no risk, swam closer. To his surprise, the fish didn't mind at all and even opened its mouth for a selfie. This peaceful, ancient fish lives in the vast, dark ocean, far from human eyes. It's not every day you get to share a moment with such a rare and massive underwater giant. Striped eel catfish. Let me introduce you to the striped eel catfish, a little marvel of the marine world. These guys love hanging out in places like coral reefs, estuaries, tidal pools, and the shallow waters of the Indo-Western Pacific. Picture a bunch of tiny striped fish, up to 100 of them, swimming together like a synchronized dance team. They do this for safety. It's basically the aquatic version of strength in numbers. Plus, This tight formation makes them harder to spot and helps them glide through the water with ease. But here's the twist. As these fish grow up, they ditch the group life, and once they hit maturity, they become lone rangers or hang out in much smaller cliques. And adult striped eel catfish aren't just pretty stripes, they're armed with venom as well. Venomous box jellyfish. Let's talk about one of the ocean's rarest and most fascinating creatures, the Chirodectes, a species of box jellyfish so elusive that scientists have only spotted it in the wild twice. Yep, twice. That alone makes it a legend of the deep. It isn't clear if this jellyfish can sting, but based on its relatives, it probably has venom. Box jellyfish are known for having some of the most painful stings in the animal kingdom. Their venom is quite potent, affecting the heart, nerves, and skin cells. Encounters with them require immediate attention, making it essential to stay cautious around these fascinating creatures. Big fin squid. Imagine spotting a creature with 13-foot-long arms gliding near the ocean floor. That's the elusive big fin squid. Recently, scientists captured this rare marvel on film for the first time in its natural habitat, 3,300 meters deep in the Tonga Trench. With tentacles stretching an incredible 26 feet, the big fin squid is a true giant of the deep sea. Researchers stumbled upon this enigmatic creature while using deep-sea recorders to study marine activity. What makes it so fascinating? We know very little about these deep-dwelling giants. Every rare sighting, like this one, adds a crucial piece to the puzzle of understanding their mysterious existence. Nature never fails to surprise us, right? Annual cuttlefish gathering. Now have a look at one of the most fascinating natural occurrences in all of Australia, the cuttlefish migration at Point Lowly and Stony Point in the Upper Spencer Gulf Marine Park. It constitutes one of the largest cuttlefish migrations known to man, and what's even more fascinating is what the cuttlefish do when they get there. They breed in the sandy, rocky bottoms of the ocean. As females deposit eggs, males attempt to woo them to mate. Wooing consists of a colorful, metamorphic process where males demonstrate their amazing patterning and color-changing abilities. But the most fascinating part of this event is the sheer volume of the cuttlefish. Colorful reef giant. The Maori wrasse, also called the Napoleon fish, is one of the most colorful and eye-catching fish in the coral reef. It can grow up to 2 meters long and weigh about 396 pounds. This wrasse stands out with its bright colors and a unique bump on its head. You can find it in warm places like the Great Barrier Reef, where it thrives. Male Maori wrasses are especially vibrant, showing off greens, blues, and purples with a maze-like pattern on their bodies. They are friendly and curious, but are also carnivores, feeding on mollusks, crustaceans, and small fish. With their strong teeth, they can even crack open shells with ease. Brilliant blue rings. The blue-ringed octopus is small, but one of the ocean's most fascinating creatures. Found in tide pools and coral reefs from Japan to Australia, this tiny octopus is famous for its glowing blue rings, which light up as a warning when it feels disturbed. Normally camouflaged, it uses this striking display to ward off predators. Its survival strategies and mesmerizing rings make it stand out among sea life. There are 4 known species of this octopus, each sharing similar behaviors and features. Despite its small size, the blue-ringed octopus remains a true wonder of the underwater world. Shaggy hunter. Say hello to the Wobbegong shark, one of the ocean's most bizarre and fascinating creatures. Its name comes from an Aboriginal Australian word meaning shaggy beard. Perfectly describes its unique look, sensory lobes around its mouth that resemble a scruffy beard. But this beard isn't just for show. These lobes are electroreceptive, helping the Wobbegong detect prey and making it a fierce eater. And when it comes to camouflage, this shark is a pro. It lies flat on the ocean floor, blending with rocks and coral until it's practically invisible. It is a master of disguise and a skilled hunter, and it has one of the coolest names I've heard. Glowing survival secrets. Green glowworms, Swima spp, live just above the seafloor and emit green bioluminescent flashes to confuse predators. Each worm can release up to 8 glowing bursts. If it loses one, it can regenerate. Remarkably, these worms are blind and don't need eyes, relying on their bioluminescence to protect themselves. They are also skilled swimmers, able to move both forward and backward with ease to escape predators. Their glowing survival tactics make them one of the ocean's most fascinating creatures. Big-fin squid. Meet the big-fin squid, also known as the elbow squid. And yes, its name comes from its oddly bent tentacles, which look like elbows. This deep-sea creature is like something out of a nightmare, like it just exists to poke you with its elbows. It has a small head, giant flapping fins, and long, thin tentacles that glow a blue hue. As it moves through the water, its tentacles create a trail, making it stand out during the rare sightings of this mysterious creature. While the bigfin squid may look unusual, it's part of the ocean's fascinating hidden world, proof that the deep sea is full of surprises. Hilma Hooker Shipwreck. This famous wreck sank in 1984 and now rests on its side at a depth of 30 meters in Angel City, located between two reefs on a sandy ocean floor. Can you believe that this thing stretches 240 feet long? The Hilma Hooker is a dream dive for adventurers and marine life enthusiasts alike. Its coral-covered hull is teeming with fish and other sea creatures, which offers an unforgettable underwater experience. And the best part is, this thing is open to the public, whether you're exploring the ship's hauntingly beautiful halls or marveling at the vibrant marine life. This wreck dive is the perfect blend of history and natural wonder. Don't forget your camera because this dive is pure magic. The Arlington's rediscovery. What you are seeing here is truly amazing. After 80 years hidden beneath Lake Superior, Arlington has finally been found. Using sonar, explorer Dan Fountain and the Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society uncovered the 244-foot bulk carrier 35 miles off Michigan's coast. The Arlington sank on April 30th, 1940, while taking on water. Thankfully, the entire crew escaped. This remarkable discovery offers a rare glimpse into the challenges of early Watu-era shipping and provides valuable insights from history. Now uncovered, it is ready to reveal more about its past. Shark frenzy. Two fishermen set out for a quiet day at sea, only to find themselves surrounded by dozens of sharks spinning around their boat. At first, it was unclear what the sharks were up to. Some thought it was a coordinated hunt to trap schools of fish, while others saw it as just a chaotic feeding frenzy. Regardless, the sight was intense. The fishermen stayed calm, aware of the risk, but not panicking. Shark feeding frenzies like this are rare, but when they happen, it really is a sight to behold. Rare anglerfish. There are some rare fish from the deep blue that are rarely seen, and the anglerfish is one of them. This rare Pacific football fish was recently found on an Oregon beach, a thrilling sight since these eerie creatures usually stay below the surface. This fish is known for its bioluminescent lure, called an esca, which it uses as a fishing rod to attract unsuspecting prey in the pitch-black ocean depths. With its menacing look and fascinating adaptations, it's no wonder this deep-sea marvel has everyone intrigued. Why it washed ashore remains a mystery, but one thing's certain: spotting a Pacific football fish on land is as rare as it gets. A living wonder. Meet the woolly siphonophore, a mesmerizing creature straight out of Monterey Bay's Midnight Zone. It's not just one animal, it's a colony of specialized organisms working together in perfect harmony, stretching up to 16 feet long. What's even more fascinating is that it can sometimes be as big as a blue whale. Do you realize that there are billions of organisms, and they are all working together? With its graceful spinning motion, it glides through the ocean, leaving a trail of stinging arms. These arms are equipped with tiny stinging cells that immobilize unsuspecting prey. This amazing jelly-like creature is one of 2 newly discovered species of apolemia, showing that the ocean still has many secrets to reveal. Spaghetti worms. Now you must be thinking, what kind of buffet is going on in the deep sea? But believe me, this thing is aptly named. With over 400 species, spaghetti worms are part of the deep sea family. These fascinating creatures get their name from their long, ridged tentacles, which they use to grab food from the water column. Picture them lounging in their burrows, tentacles waving like underwater spaghetti, while they clean up tiny particles from the ocean around them. I know you have never heard of spaghetti catching food, but yeah, there's a first for everything. These worms are nature's cleanup crew, turning ocean debris into a feast. USS Sammy B. Just imagine doing your hobby, and you end up coming across the deepest shipwreck known to man. That's exactly what happened here. Watch the USS Samuel B. Roberts, also known as Sammy B. The deepest shipwreck ever found. This heroic vessel sank during the fierce battle off Samar, part of World War II's larger Philippine Sea conflict, in October 1944. Now, it rests 6,895 meters below the surface. Explorer Victor Vescovo, a Texan adventurer, located the wreck using his personal submersible. Despite decades underwater and enduring the intense battles of its time, Sammy B remains remarkably intact. Brittle stars. Meet the brittle star, a creature that looks like a cross between a starfish and a spider. These 5-armed wonders are everywhere, lurking under rocks, hiding in coral, and even chilling in the deepest ocean trenches. They have a body that could belong in a horror film, and limbs that resemble tentacles. All in all, brittle stars definitely have a creepy vibe. But don't worry, they're safe. They glide across the ocean floor, using their flexible limbs to sweep up food scraps and debris, acting as nature's cleanup crew. They can even grow up to 2 feet wide. So, while they might look a little spooky, brittle stars are just doing their part to keep the ocean clean. Endurance shipwreck.
It's there, it's intact. The state of preservation is unbelievable. You can see the paintwork. It doesn't get any better. It is a beautiful wreck.
After more than 100 years, the legendary Endurance shipwreck has been found, and it's shockingly well preserved. A high-tech expedition recently uncovered the vessel in Antarctica's icy depths, marking the first time the ship has been seen since its doomed voyage in 1915 during Ernest Shackleton's expedition. Trapped in thick ice, the Endurance was slowly crushed by the pressure before sinking to the ocean floor. Some researchers suggest its mast and rigging acted like a parachute, guiding it gently down and leaving it remarkably intact. This incredible find offers a glimpse into history, preserving the story of one of the most dramatic Antarctic expeditions ever. What secrets will the Endurance reveal from its icy tomb?
This is sea ice, this is frozen seawater. Normally in the Weddell Sea, in this part of Antarctica, it can be 2 or 3 meters thick.
Giant phantom jelly. In November 2021, researchers from MBRI caught an incredible sight, a giant phantom jelly deep in Monterey Bay. This thing was spotted at ROV Dock Ricketts. The jellyfish is nothing short of impressive. It has a bell that's over 1 meter wide and 4 ribbon-like arms stretching more than 10 meters. The jellyfish uses those long tentacles to capture prey in the pitch-black depths. Spotting any jellyfish at these depths is rare, making this sighting a reminder of how much of the ocean still holds surprises. Mysterious creature. Something spooky has been spotted beneath the waters of Lake Champlain. A diver captured this footage of a murky, shadowy outline drifting through the lake's depths. It moved like a long monster, leaving everyone to wonder, could it be Champ, the legendary Loch Ness Monster's cousin, or maybe just an oddly shaped fish? Or could it be a giant anaconda? But the true shape remains a mystery. Since then, it has not been seen. What do you think it was? Tell me in the comments below. Giant squid. Starting off, this person decided to set up a camera deep in the Pacific Ocean to capture sea life. He hoped to record the usual creatures that call the ocean home, but instead, a giant squid appeared on the footage, and it was just so huge, with long tentacles stretching across the camera's view. The squid seemed to be curiously studying the camera, almost as if trying to figure out what it was. The creature moved through the dark water, with its size incredible to see. Its tentacles were so long they seemed to fill the screen, and its eyes glowed in the deep blue ocean. Glowing plankton. This video was captured on a beach in Maldives, and it shows something absolutely magical. The person is seen trying to grab tiny, glowing spots in the sand, and what you're witnessing is called bioluminescence. It's a natural phenomenon where living organisms produce their own light. This glow happens because of a chemical reaction inside the organism, involving a special pigment that emits light when triggered. Most people are familiar with this glow thanks to plankton, especially a type called dinoflagellates. These tiny organisms are often called fire plants because they light up when the water around them is disturbed. That's why, as the waves move or someone touches the water, it glows like liquid stars. It's one of nature's most breathtaking light shows, and experiencing it must feel like stepping into a fairy tale world. Fascinating sea slugs. Here's a quirky ocean resident for you, the Cephalopyge trematoids. This tiny slug has a name inspired by Greek, hinting at the position of its rear in relation to its body. Talk about specific. With a soft, oblong body in pale cream and nearly see-through skin, this little slug offers a peek at its inner workings, including its organs used for reproduction. Its standout feature? 2 foldable feelers on its head that act like a combo of sight and smell, helping it sense the ocean world. Nature truly has a knack for the extraordinary. Fish tornado. Can you imagine yourself being caught in the middle of a fish tornado? Well, this scuba diver found himself surrounded by a mesmerizing swirl of jack tuna, and what's fascinating is that it's moving together in perfect harmony. This incredible spectacle was part of their reproductive dance, a swirling, coordinated effort that seemed almost magical. The diver seemed tiny in comparison to the mass, so he could only watch in awe as the ocean's beauty unfolded around them. Moments like these are a reminder of how captivating and mysterious the underwater world is. Giant blind lobster. In 2016, deep in the Marianas Trench, a giant blind lobster was spotted nearly 2.5 miles beneath the ocean's surface. With its claws raised in a defensive stance, it seems perfectly at home in the dark, high-pressure depths. This unusual creature has evolved to survive without sight, meaning it thrives in total darkness. Rather than being deterred by the lack of light, it's adapted to defend its territory, waiting for unsuspecting prey to drift too close. And when it happens, the lobster makes it move. Its blind survival instincts make it a fascinating example of how life has evolved in the most extreme conditions. Dinner plate jelly. Here's a jellyfish with a twist. The Solmissus, or the dinner plate jelly. Yes, it is really called that. Unlike its stinging relatives, this pelagic predator prefers a sneakier approach to catching its meals. Here's how it goes. It floats through the water with its long tentacles extended in front and snatches up unsuspecting prey before they realize what's happening. And it's not picky. This jelly enjoys a buffet of gelatinous creatures, from comb jellies to siphonophores. Its unique hunting style sets it apart from other jellyfish, which typically let their tentacles trail behind. The dinner plate jelly flips the script, making it a fascinating and efficient predator in the deep sea. Rhino chimera. Did you know that the famous rhino chimera is a relative of rays and sharks? This deep-sea fish has striking, elongated body and a conical snout. Its long dorsal fin and pointed tail make it look like something straight out of Aliens vs. Predators. With large pectoral fins and a triangular first dorsal fin, it's perfectly designed for the deep, dark ocean. Its beak-like teeth and tooth plates are adapted for gripping its food in the abyss. The fish has large greenish eyes, which help it navigate the pitch-black depths. Found on continental slopes and abyssal plains, the Rhinochimera thrives in cold, dark waters, from tropical to temperate to icy environments. Whipnose anglerfish. Now, the whipnose anglerfish is a deep-sea creature with some seriously weird fishing tactics. Unlike most anglerfish, which have a lure right in front of their mouths, the whipnose takes it to another level. Its lure extends over twice the length of its body and hangs above the ocean floor. This unique setup helps the whipnose target larger prey instead of wasting energy on quicker, smaller fish. Once a potential meal spots the dangling lure, the whipnose quickly snaps it up, leaving the prey confused and trapped. Talk about an ocean predator with style. In the depths, where survival is tough, this fish has perfected its hunting game. Bimini Road. Off the coast of Bimini in the Bahamas lies the mysterious Bimini Road, an underwater formation stretching nearly a kilometer. To some, it looks like a man-made road made of rectangular limestone blocks, sparking theories of ancient civilizations or lost cities. Despite limited exploration, the Bimini Road shares similarities with the famous Atlantis Road, which also has baffled researchers for years. Both remain shrouded in mystery, with no clear answers about their origins. Is it nature's odd creation, or something more ancient? The question continues to intrigue explorers. Do you have any idea about this road? Let us move on towards our subscribers' pick of the day. Scientists recently took a deep dive into the ocean, exploring uncharted depths of the Mariana Trench, an astonishing 1,580 miles long and 43 miles wide, averaging 6.8 miles deep. As they ventured farther down, they discovered something mind-blowing. An ancient, almost dinosaur-like creature living in the remote, untouched depths. You'd think such a place would be too desolate for life, but this creature proved otherwise. They managed to capture it on film and knew they had to share it with the world. Scientists still do not have a name for it. It's that weird. What would you name it? Let me know in the comments.